Welcome to a new video, guys. Today we're going to be doing a few things. So I got to run to Supercheap and get a few supplies because we're going to be standing and preparing some body parts for the car. I've been putting this off for way too long and I really need to get it done. In the previous video I mentioned I'm going to be rebuilding my 650 engine. That was the plan, but a few things have happened since then and I'm going to explain to you at the end of the video what I've actually done, which has been more cost effective or has been more what I'm actually planning to do. So right now we're going to go to Supercheap, grab some supplies and then come back and start work. I think we'll take the veg today. Hello 14. Do I have the keys? Oh, filthy. So literally owning a Volkswagen. Yeah, it's not a meme anymore. Don't freak out, it's just an oxygen sensor. I've read the code. So we got our paint. I couldn't be bothered filming in there because I couldn't actually juggle the camera and the paint as well. Primer, I tend to get that primer because you just go through primer so quickly. In regards to clearing base, I don't like to skimp out because I've definitely tried some paints out that are on the cheaper side. So I've already bought these paints before, like 3 times over. I keep putting them in places or moving them where I can't find them for whatever reason. I don't actually know why, but going back into Supercheap into the paint section and ordering the same paint or getting the same paint just is giving me memories of when I went back there not that long ago, maybe a few months ago, to get the same paint. And I remember buying this specific paint because I knew it was good and my friends would use it and it came out with a really good finish. But for whatever reason, I must have bought it and put it somewhere where I can't find it. And like, yeah, paint is cheap in a sense, but when you're buying, I think I went through 10 cans of primer trying to paint one of my surfboards. And if you think about it, those cans of primer are $20. That's $200 just in primer. So, and it's a really, you know, if you're really good at painting, I guess I had to primer sand to get it smooth. You can probably do it in less primer, but anyway, I'm probably gonna get home and then find the cans of paint that I've already bought. Got the paint, we're gonna head home now and we're gonna start sanding. I'm not sure if I'm gonna start bogging it as well because there's a few scuffs on the bottom of it, but I've actually just started thinking there's no point in bogging and spending more time sanding and priming when it's just going to go back on the car and probably get scraped the second I leave the driveway. So yeah, I think we're just gonna send it. It's already primed at the moment, but it's going to need sand and maybe fix a few scuffs here and there. So yeah. So this is the front lip that I was talking about. This is a Series 2 luxury front lip that goes on the ADM front bumper. Just screw to the bottom of that. I bought this actually brand new, but it came with a few defects. My plan today was to actually, it came black with like a gel coat. It looked pretty horrible, so I've sanded it and primed it, but that's as far as I've gotten. I've been quite lazy with this, to be honest with you. I've really just had no motivation. Considering I'm not even running my ADM front bumper, I figured, why am I even bothering doing this? I was going to put it on at some point, but yeah, I'll get around to doing this soon. As I put it on and test fit it, and as you can see here, I've actually scratched it a little bit here. And I'm not actually sure if I really want to fix it because it's just going to get the worst part of it's probably here. You're not really going to see it when it's on the car, but yeah, it still needs some sanding and some priming, so I might get to that now. But hello. Hey. Anyway. Yeah, so I was going to start sanding this today. I've been putting it off for so long, but I really can't be bothered. So we're gonna go look at my motorbike. So, like I said at the start of the video, I need to talk about what I was going to do with this engine. So the plan was initially to split this engine, rebuild it, replacing the gear set. So that was my initial plan, and I started looking into how much it would cost, which was fairly reasonable until I figured out how much it was to cost just to split the engine, because I haven't had any knowledge of actually disassembling the engine, and it was going to be quite a bit of money. I started doing the maths on weighing up, is it actually worth rebuilding this or getting a replacement engine? And I'll just say that where I live in South Australia, things are... Why is there a siren going off in the background? I wonder if you can hear the siren. I'm gonna wait. As I was saying, it didn't actually end up being cost effective to buy a replacement engine in the state I was in, because for whatever reason the state I'm in charges 4 times the amount of what things are actually worth. I ended up calling a few places, dealers, and they wanted quite a bit for what actually the car was, for what actually the engine was worth. So I figured I actually ended up buying this thing here. So I picked that up just then before. This is a replacement engine for this model that I got couriered over from Sydney, New South Wales. Shout out to the wreckers, I'll insert them in the comments. Yeah, I just picked that up. It's been really well packaged, and we are going to unwrap it live on camera. Actually, it won't be live, it'll be live for me, but not for you guys. Yeah, we're going to unwrap that, and we're going to do some preliminary things. So I've got to swap over a few things. It doesn't come with the starter motor. That thing there, the starter motor. Coils, they'll be easy to chuck in and out. I think that might be about it. Hopefully the sensors are still attached. There's a sensor there. There's one there. Yeah, the plan is to swap over a few things. Hopefully I don't have to take that cover off to get that off. But yeah, we're going to unwrap it now. It's kind of cool getting an engine on a crate. I think everyone should do it once in a while. It's kind of like cool. We're recording. I'm going to need this thing here. So here are the engines side by side. Makes it quite easy to distinguish between the two. They look different because this one's sitting upright and that one's sitting down, but they're identical, and I'm quite happy with my purchase actually, because it came with all the stuff that I was worried about not coming with. So shout out to the legend Nigel, he's actually sick. He was sick with the delivery and all the details and whatnot. He did include a starter, which is cool because I had my starter of that, which I've just replaced just to make sure that it fits. And I was a bit worried about that because I wasn't too sure if I had to take off that whole cover here to get to it, but it was literally 2 bolts and it slipped right out, which was great. So that's on there now. This legend included both the radiator hoses, top and bottom, which is what I needed because mine were leaking. Not only that, he actually even included the gear lever, which is exactly what I needed because mine was bent from the accident and didn't like to shift. This was just zip tied there. I didn't even ask for that. I don't think he even knew I needed it, but that's actually perfect. That's what I need. Also, good news is that the sprocket is still there. Yeah, so that sprocket there. I'm going to get a one with one less tooth, but either way, I was worried about having to replace that or use my one. But that's all on there. All the sensors are still there. Everything's plugged up. It's even got a filter on there to stop the stuff. Everything's also labelled, which is great. What does that say? Rectifier. I don't even know what that means. Perfect. So yeah, I'm just going to start swapping stuff over. Like the coils, I'll probably put them on now too. I think that's about it for putting stuff on. We can start putting it in the bike. Sweet. So, time for an update on the bike. I haven't filmed anything because I'm a horrible person, but we've got the new engine in, it's running. That's what I wanted to do, so that's what I focused my time on. The old engine is under here. Yeah, broken, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but my main focus was getting this in and getting it running. Everything's working now, there's nothing wrong with it, which is fantastic. The reason why I didn't film a lot of that was mainly because I wanted to get it done as quickly as possible. I also don't have a proper tripod to put the camera on and time-lapse and all that type of stuff. So I'm planning to get some more camera equipment soon so I can do that. Yeah, so this is running. It rides, all the gears work, which is great. So now I have a third gear. I do plan to film more stuff and not just tell you guys about it, but it was kind of hard. So now that it's at the stage where I can start putting the little things, which I will start recording, and then get it to Regency. So it needs new tires, brakes, probably new grips, new levers, and the rest of it is pretty good. Once it's done that, I need to put some body parts on. So here, the bottom part, maybe clean up a few things here and there, and get it ready for Regency. So then I will update you on all the little things I put on, like these things here, which are crap. They're blue. eBay said it was going to be like clear, but it's really not. I don't think Regency's gonna like that they're blue. So I'm gonna just get the screw-on ones, which go in here. I'll just get some stock ones just so that they're happy with the levers. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I heard that they don't like adjustable levers, so these are bent and all scratched, so I might just have to get some replacement stock ones. Chuck the indicators on, bottom fairing, stock exhaust I've got to put on, which is sitting just there. Get some new tires, and hopefully we should be good. Also, this rear cowl here, so I need to get a standard one of these and get all the indicators working nicely and everything. But other than that, it should be sweet.